Hello everyone, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. This is Megha. Today in this video, I am going to cover hydroponics. So this is the experiment which is done by Julius von Sachs, and in this the plants are grown in the absence of soil, right? And we know that hydro means water. So the plants are grown in the presence of water. So we will study this in detail, and then we will move on to the difference between micro and the macronutrients. So this is the new chapter, that is mineral nutrition, in class 11. Let's begin this, and we will see that all the living organisms, right, they need the basic thing, that is carbohydrates, proteins, fats, water and minerals. So these are the basic requirement of all the living organisms, right? If we talk about the bacteria or the human being, they all need carbohydrates, protein, fats, water and minerals for their growth and the development, isn't it? But in this chapter, we are going to talk about the inorganic plant nutrition. These all are the organic things, na? Carbohydrate, proteins and fats, because they contain carbon and hydrogen. So these are the organic nutrition, right? But in this chapter, we will talk inorganic plant nutrition. I hope this much is clear. Then here are the topics which we will focus in this chapter. That is, first one is methods to identify elements essential to growth and development of the plants. So we will see the technique which will tell that which element is essential for the growth and development of the plant. See, for example, whether sodium is essential for the development or not, whether copper is essential or not. So this we will see by the technique called hydroponics, right? Then we will see the criteria for establishing the essentiality. Means what is the criteria, means how we consider that this is the essential or this is not. Like suppose sodium is essential, how we know this? How we will come to know that copper is essential or sodium is essential or whatever? So here we will see what is the criteria. Okay. Then the role of essential elements, their major deficiency symptoms also. So if the suppose any this element is essential, say for example carbon is essential. So what is the role of this carbon in the plant, what it is doing over there? And if this carbon is removed, okay, if this carbon is not present in the plant, then what are the deficiency symptoms occur over there? Okay, उस plant में कौन से deficiency symptoms नजर आएंगे? Then what is the mechanism of absorption of these essential elements? Means how the plant is absorbing that particular element. And at the end we will talk about the biological nitrogen fixation. Here we will see the role of the rhizobium bacteria also. So let's begin this, and we will see first the scientist, that is the Julius von Sachs. In 1860 he has demonstrated first time that the plants could be grown to maturity. Remember this, plants could be grown to maturity. In what? In a defined nutrient solution. Complete absence of soil. Soil is not there, only nutrient solution is there. In that we can grow the plants till the maturity. And this technique of growing the plant in nutrient solution is known as hydroponics. This technique is called hydroponics. So in this technique, again I am repeating, the plants are grown to the maturity in complete absence of soil. Fine. So this method is later improvised, means a lot of changes are done in this technique, and now this is very essential method, because by this we come to know that what are the essential elements for the plant. Okay, what will happen if that essential element is not there? Suppose in this solution nitrogen is not there, what is the fact of this in this plant? Okay, what are the deficiency symptoms if nitrogen is not there? That we will understand. Okay, so this is what we call hydroponics. Okay, here the plants are grown in the absence of soil. So this is the diagram given in your NCERT. So this is, you can see, diagram of a typical setup for nutrient solution culture. So this is what we call nutrient solution. Here in this water, nutrients are added. So we call it a nutrient solution now. And this is your plant which is grown till the maturity, and this is your aerating tube which is pumping the oxygen, because oxygen is very, very essential. We know that this glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen to form carbon dioxide, water, and your ATP, that is your energy currency. And this is very, very essential. ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, is very, very essential for the activity which is going in our body, metabolic activity which are taking place in your body. So this is the funnel for adding water and nutrients. So in this funnel, we will put water and the nutrients which are essential, right? So this is hydroponics plant production. So you can see that these small plants are put in the water, that is, we can say, the nutrient solution. This is the nutrient solution. This is pumped with the help of a pump over here. Here we will use the pump. So you can see the water, or we can say the nutrient solution, moves in this tube and reaches to the big tube where the plants are placed, right? And this water then re-enter in this tub. Fine. So these roots of these plants are bathing in the nutrient solution. They will take up the nutrients which they need. Okay. And then further what will happen, that water will again reaches to this tank. And here is the pump which is continuously pumping the mineral nutrient solution. Okay. So this is your hydroponic technique, and this is successfully employed as a technique for the commercial production of vegetables such as tomato, seedless cucumber, and your lettuce. So these are some of the plants which can be produced by this technique, that is hydroponics. It must be emphasized that the nutrient solution must be adequately aerated. This already I had told you that the solution must be aerated, because we know that oxygen is very, very important, because it gives ATP. When that is glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen, we get ATP, and this ATP is essential for the plant growth. And if this ATP is not there, means if oxygen is not there, ATP is not there, what will happen? Ultimately, the plant will die. Is that so? Now move on to the essential mineral elements. You know that around 118 elements are discovered till now, right? So in fact we know that more than 60 elements of 105 discovered, here 105 is mentioned, are found in different plants. Okay, so we can say that more than 60 elements are found in different plants. You know that some plants accumulate selenium while some accumulate gold. Okay, that is gold. Right, while some plants growing near nucleus sites take up radioactive strontium. So those plants which are growing near the nucleus sites, they take up the radioactive strontium. Now there are techniques that are able to detect the mineral even at low concentration. So now a lot of techniques are there which will detect very low concentration of the mineral. Okay, that is 10 to the power minus 8 gram per ml. So this much less mineral also we can detect now. The question here is whether all the diverse mineral elements present in the plant, for example gold or selenium, as we have seen right now, strontium, are they really necessary for the plants? Are they helping in growth and this reproduction? Now here we will see that what is the criteria, how we will decide that whether this nutrient is essential or not. Okay, whether this mineral is essential for the plant or not. So here are 3 criteria that will tell whether the given mineral is essential for the plant or not. So first is The element must be absolutely necessary for supporting normal growth and reproduction. Okay, so what it is saying, that element must be absolutely necessary for supporting normal growth and reproduction. Means that mineral is helping in the normal growth and the reproduction in the plant. Means if the mineral is not there, the element is not there, in the absence of that elements, the plant will not complete its life cycle. Not complete its life cycle, or it will not form seeds. Seeds are not formed. Fine. Then the requirement of element must be specific and not replaceable by any other element. This line states that the this requirement of the element is specific. Say for example, if we talk about your hydrogen, yeah, if we talk about any oxygen, whatever element we are taking, that mineral requirement is specific. Like for example, hydrogen is not there. Okay, if there is a hydrogen deficiency in the plant, so this deficiency cannot be overcome by oxygen. That deficiency will definitely overcome by hydrogen only. If this is so, then that element is very essential for that plant. I hope this is clear. Third point, the element must be directly involved in the metabolism of the plant. So in plants, we know reactions are going on. Metabolism means the metabolic, anabolic or catabolic reactions, right? So these reactions are going in the plants, and if the element is essential, that element must be directly involved in the metabolism, right? If it is involved in the metabolism, then it is essential mineral, or we can say essential element. Fine. So these are the criteria for essentiality. So on this basis, we can classify that this is the mineral which is needed in plant, or it is helping in the growth and reproduction, and the deficiency of that particular element cannot be overcome by any other element, or it is directly involved in the metabolism of the plant. So based upon the above criteria, only few elements, like we have seen around 106 which are mentioned in the 105 which are mentioned in the NCERT, have been found. We can see only few are needed for the plant. They are absolutely essential for plant growth and metabolism. And these elements are further divided into two broad categories, and they are macro and the micronutrients. Fine. So here is the definition of macronutrients. Macro means large amount and micro means small amount. So macronutrients are generally present in plant tissue in large amount. Okay. Macro, as the word is saying, they are needed in large amount. And what is that amount? In excess of 10 millimole per kg. What is the amount? 10 millimole per kg of the dry matter. So this much is the requirement for what? For macronutrient. If we talk about the micronutrient, they are needed in less than 10 millimole per gram of dry matter. Okay. Macro are needed in excess of, we can say, more than 10 millimole per kilogram, and micro, if we talk about micro, they are needed in less than 10 millimole per kilogram of the dry matter. Now here are the macronutrients which you have to learn, that is CHO, like this you can learn CHO, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and calcium, magnesium, and your sulfur. So divide it into three categories, then you can easily learn. CHO, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, CAMGS, calcium, magnesium, and your sulfur. And from these elements, carbon and hydrogen as well as your oxygen are obtained from your carbon dioxide and water. So plant will obtain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These three elements plant will take from carbon dioxide and water, while the rest other are absorbed from the soil as a mineral nutrition. Okay. So nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, They are absorbed from the soil as your mineral nutrition. So macro is clear. Now we will move on to micro. Micro means very small amount. So these are the trace elements. They are needed in less amount. That is less than 10 millimole per kg of the dry matter. Now you have to learn the name of these micronutrients also. How you will learn? You have heard of Pokemon. Here I am telling you, sorry, you have heard about Pokemon. है ना? Pokemon. Here we are learning Pokemon. Pokemon. This word you have to remember, Pokemon. Then class, में जिंक फेंकता है. तो बोकोमॉन क्लास में जिंक फेंकता है. बोको बीओ फिर फॉर बोरॉन, सीओ फॉर कोबाल्ट, एमओ फॉर मोलिब्डेनम, and for your nickel, C for your chlorine, Ma for your manganese, zinc for zinc only, Fe we know for iron, and this is nothing. Fine. So in this way you are able to learn the names of the micronutrients. बोकोमॉन क्लास में जिंक फेंकता है. बीओ से बोरॉन, सीओ से कोबाल्ट, एमओ से मोलिब्डेनम, Na से निकल, क्लास सी से क्लोरीन, Ma से मैंगनीज, जिंक से जिंक, फेंकता से आयरन. So in addition to the 17 essential elements which we have seen till now, here 9 elements are there, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 plus 8. Total is 17. So we have seen 17 essential elements. Okay. Now there are some beneficial elements. Say for example triple S, CO. Okay. Okay. So these are the beneficial element which are, sorry, here not cobalt, here is copper. Okay. This is copper. Cobalt is actually required by higher plants. So triple S, sodium, silicon, and your selenium, as well as your cobalt, they are some of the beneficial elements which are required by the higher plants only. Fine. So we have seen 17 plus 4. How many? 21. So we have seen 21 elements till now which are essential for the plant. Now here is another criteria. In that you will see that essential elements are grouped into 4 broad categories. Okay. Here the elements are grouped into 4 broad categories on the basis of diverse function. So first category is essential elements as component of biomolecules. So they are making your biomolecules, say for example carbohydrates, your proteins, your fats, your lipids. So they are making your biomolecules, and hence the structural element of the cells. So they are the structural elements of the cells, right? Carbon, CHON. These are your components of biomolecules: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Then second essential elements that are the components of energy related chemical compounds in plant. They are found in the compounds which are involved in the energy related functions. Say for example magnesium in chlorophyll and your phosphorus in your ATP. So you have seen this is your magnesium. This is the diagram of chlorophyll. Okay. So magnesium is present over here. Okay. This is chemical compound chlorophyll, and phosphorus in your ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. You know adenosine triphosphate, what it is? It is your nucleotide, right? Because it contains the sugar, it contains your phosphate, it contains your base, that is adenosine. So this is your adenosine triphosphate. Here 3 phosphates are attached. Okay. So this is a nucleotide only. By breaking this bond, energy is released. Fine. Now, next is your essential elements that activate or inhibit enzymes. So there are certain elements which helps in activating or also inhibiting the enzymes. Say for example, magnesium is the activator for both ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase and your phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase. So these two enzymes are the very critical enzymes which are important in photosynthetic carbon fixation. Okay, ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase and your phosphoenol pyruvate oxygenase, sorry, carboxylase. So these two enzymes are activated in the presence of magnesium. Fine. Then zinc is an activator of alcohol dehydrogenase and molybdenum of nitrogenase, which help in nitrogen metabolism. Fine. So this is on the basis of activation or inhibition of the enzyme. So we have seen the three broad categories. The last one is some essential elements can alter the osmotic potential of the cells. Say for example, the closing and the opening of the stomata is based on the potassium. You know that potassium, when it enters in the cell, then ultimately water will move. जहां जहां आयंस जाएंगे वहां वहां पानी जाएगा. दिस वी हैव सीन, राइट. तो पानी भी उसके पीछे पीछे जाता है. वी हैव सीन इन द ट्रांसपोर्ट इन प्लांट्स. तो के पॉजिटिव अंदर जा रहे हैं तो ऑब्वियसली वाटर विल आल्सो एंटर इन दैट एंड दिस विल हेल्प इन ओपनिंग ऑफ द स्टोमेटा. If K positive comes out, surely the water will also comes out from the cell, and ultimately what will happen? The guard cell will close. That is closing of the stomata. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. Actually I haven't means like I want to say that मैंने यहाँ पे video नहीं लगाया just because I'm not feeling well. So please guys subscribe this channel as I am working hard for you all, and I'm going with NCERT only because I know that mostly the questions are from NCERT in your NEET exam. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video.